This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Giovani Santillan on the back of another huge victory for you last weekend. Giovanni, firstly, congratulations on that win last Friday night. Straight to it, how did it feel to get back out and with another successful result?
Thank you. No, I felt good. I felt good. My last fight was 4 months ago, so it being close together, I'm happy to stay active. That's I think the best thing that I can do right now for my career is to stay active and fight as much as possible. I think I'm just going to keep improving that way.
How key do you think activity will be for you moving forwards, Giovanni, especially whilst, in the welterweight division, a lot of the top names are all tied up currently with certain fights. How key is it for you if you can't cement your own shot at one of those names, but you're at least keeping busy?
I think it's very key for me to stay busy right now, so that I can get my name out there, and also just keep getting better, so that when those opportunities for those big fights come up, I'll be there. I'll be ready to take them on.
Before we do come on to what's next, let's just reflect a bit more on your win against Angel Ruiz. Reflect on your performance for me. How would you assess it?
I feel like I did well. I think every fight I'm showing improvement, and that's what I'm looking for. I look at it and I'm like, I know I can do even better than that, and so, but I'm happy to see that. I know that I can improve. I know I have a lot more to show, so I'm excited for the future, and to showcase even more of my skills and what I can do in the ring.
What was you most happy about with your own performance, Giovanni? And what was you maybe a bit more critical about?
Um, in my performance, I mean, I would have loved to be able to get a knockout. I think I had them in moments. I think that there were moments there where if I would have turned it up a little bit, I think I could have stopped them or something. But we'll learn from that. The important thing is I got through 10 rounds. I felt good. I felt in control most of the fight, which is what I liked. I didn't let him take control of the fight. I took control and stayed in control the whole time.
28-0 now, Giovanni, 15 KOs. What is next for you? As we mentioned at the start, a lot of those top names have all got something lined up. So is there anybody in particular who you're looking at and you think that'd be another good step up for me, another good way to keep your name out there?
I mean, there's nobody right now, I guess, I've been looking at. But I'm sure I'm going to be having these talks with my management team soon, and see what the next step is. But definitely any fight that can get me closer to a world title shot is what we're looking for.
I mean, welterweight division, there's so many great potential matchups to be made. And one which is coming up, I'm sure you'll be keeping a close eye on, is Crawford Porter. I just want to get your take on that. What are your thoughts?
I think it's going to be a good fight. I mean, Sean Porter make it tough for anybody. He'll make a tough fight for any fighter out there. So it'll be interesting to see what Crawford does. Compared to, I guess, Errol Spence and Danny Garcia, some of the other guys that fought Sean Porter. So I think it'll be very interesting. I feel like Crawford will still get the win in that fight, but it'll be interesting to see how he does it.
How far off challenging one of the other elite names in the division, one of those top contenders in the division, do you feel you are, Giovanni?
I think it could happen next year. I think 2022 is the year that I can get a bigger name like that.
Obviously, I just want to touch on a couple of other topics as well. Obviously, working with Robert Garcia, very esteemed trainer within the sport. I just wanted to get his take on your performance and how happy or maybe sad, not sad, but how unimpressed he might have been with certain factors to what you had to show us on Friday night.
I think he was, from last time that we talked, he was very happy with what I did in the ring. We did exactly what we were training to do, in sparring and everything we talked about leading up to the fight. That was the game plan. That's what we did. We were able to execute that. So I think that we came very happy because of that, with the result.
Now, of course, the campmate of yours, Mikey Garcia, he fought the day after on a Matchroom show and suffered a shock defeat to Sandor Martin. I'm sure you tuned in. You've obviously spent camp sparring him as well. What did you make of his fight with Sandor?
Um, uh, you know, yeah, it was definitely not the result that anybody was expecting. Um, but that's not the real Mikey that I think most of us know. I think that it was just a bad night, I think, for him. But hopefully we're able to get a rematch or something, because I'm sure he can show that Sandor's not on his level. Um, but yeah, it was unfortunate that it went that way.
You've sparred him during this most recent camp. Having seen him in the ring on Saturday night, what do you think just didn't click for him?
That's just the thing. I was watching it, and it didn't look like him from when we spar, and also in previous fights that he's had. It just didn't look like him. Maybe it was the layoff too. It's been almost 2 year layoff, and I think that's pretty much it. And like how we were talking about, that's the best thing for me right now is to be active, is because I feel like that's what can kill a fighter's career is that inactivity for many reasons. From just not being as sharp, and staying away from the gym is a bad thing. As a fighter, you got to stay in the gym as much as possible, even if there's no fight coming up. Like, you have to stay somewhere ready at all times.
Have you managed to catch up with him since his own loss on Saturday night?
No, not yet. I haven't been able to talk to him yet. Mhm.
Giovanni, just one other topic I just want to get your thoughts or your take on, if you know anything about it. A photo has circulated of Anthony Joshua with Robert, your trainer, and some rumors that he's looking for a new trainer. I don't suppose you have any knowledge as to how a certain conversation may have gone down if they were talking about a potential link up.
I don't. I have no idea, but that'd be exciting. That'd be great. To have him in camp. That'd be awesome.
Right, Giovanni, we will leave that there now and leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate your
Thank you.
time. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.